Whoa, everybody. I hope that everybody is having an eventful day. It's Friday, a couple of days before Christmas. Hope you did all your Christmas shopping. If you haven't, go ahead and take care of that. If you, whatever you don't have is what you don't have. Don't stress over it. Don't lose your hair over it. Because let me say this to you before I begin, right? Before I begin, it's funny because people are so fickle, right? Because we can spend all of our, all year long, right? We can spend all year long trying to figure out exactly what we're going to get somebody for Christmas, all year. And, we look at everything online. Hey, Keisha, we peruse, we ask around, what should I get this person for Christmas, right? And then we spend all of this time and then we get the person something for Christmas only to make one mistake, and then only to make one mistake. And then everything that we did is out the door. And that goes, hey, Keisha, that goes for every holiday. People are so fickle. We could do everything possible. It's funny because, I remember I was dating, right? What's up, Joe? I was dating and I spent all year trying to find this present for my ex, right? And then I messed up. Hey, I will. And then I messed up, and then, hey, Joe, and then she was out the door. So that's where I got that little notion from. But look, I just wanted to hop on, right? Because 2017 is approaching. And typically what happens, what's up, Dante? Typically what happens is that we wait until New Year's Eve to declare a New Year's resolution. My good friend Carolyn, I love you. We wait till New Year's Eve to declare a resolution. And that's when we start our resolution. We start our resolution New Year's Eve. We decide, I'm going to the gym and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lose this weight and things of that nature. It has to start now. Whatever you're deciding to do in 2017 has to start now. Why? Why is that? Why does it have to start now? Because if you wait until 2017 to start your resolution or whatever, it'll never be consistent. It takes 21 days. Joe, it takes 21 days to build a character. And to be honest with you, there's no such thing as resolution. Because when you break it down, all you're trying to do is resolve an issue that needs to be solved. Did you hear what I said? A resolution is something that you already had in your mind and you're determined to act out. However, it's something that happens along the way. It's something that happens along the way to trick us up. I never forget last year, I said I'm going to eat healthy. Listen to this. I said I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm pumped. I'm excited because this time I'm determined. And one little thing, you want to know what that one little thing is? I went to 7-Eleven. And 7-Eleven had 2 for $2.22 donuts. And what that donut did, I ate it late night and I ate some party mix, right? So what that donut did, it made me sleepy. So sleepy that I didn't go to the gym the next day. I had 5 days in and I wanted to be content. I wanted to continue. But I was so sleepy that I couldn't get up and I missed one day. And then one day turned into 2 days, 2 days turned into 3 days, 3 days turned into 4 days. What am I saying? That you have to be determined to be consistent and finish the mark. You have to be, what's up, man? You have to be determined to finish the mark. Paul said, I press What does that mean, Cook? That means that no matter what the obstacle that comes in front of you, you have to press to move past you. What does that mean? That even if your first time pressing towards it doesn't move, that doesn't mean that you stop pressing. There has to be a level of consistency. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Consistency breaks the back of anything. Did you hear what I said? Hey, Renita. Consistency breaks the back of anything. What does that mean? That means as long as I push forward, as long as I'm consistent, then whatever's in my way will move out of my way. It will shift. Either it shifts for me or I break it. Because why? Because I'm standing firm in who I am, and I'm determined, hey, Renita, and I'm determined to get past to whatever the situation is, whatever the mountain is. Jesus said, if you say to the mountain, did you hear what I said? Say it, not ask it. If you say to the mountain, be moved, then what does that mean? You got to stay firm. You got to be determined. Saying it is a verb. It's not an adverb. Saying it is saying that I'm telling you. You know how people say, are you asking or are you telling me? No, I'm telling you, I'm saying it. I'm not asking any mountain. And what backs that up is that I'm consistent in my resolve. That whatever my resolution is, if I'm going to go to the mountaintop, I'm going to the mountaintop with or without anybody. When you look at Martin Luther King, when you look at anybody, any of the historicals from the civil rights movement, it didn't matter what Martin Luther King was up against. He got stabbed. He got punched in the face. Look at the videos. He got punched in the face. His house is burned down. When you look at Malcolm X, his house burned down. When you look at Medgar Evers, he got shot in the driveway. When you look at any of those preachers, when you look at Emmett Till, they put the thing around his neck and threw him in the water. When you look at those, when you look at Nat Turner, when you look at Harriet Tubman, when you look at those people, those were revolutionary people. And what happened with them? Consistent. Each chapter of their consistent push. It doesn't matter the obstacle. Each chapter, they were able to dismantle certain levels of segregation. And so what I'm saying to you, each chapter of your life, if you continue to be consistent, if you continue to be a revolutionary about your goals and what your aspirations is and where you're determined to get to, if you continue, every chapter will be written and every page will be turned. Did you get that? If you continue to be determined, it doesn't start tomorrow, it starts now. You can't wait for it to happen to you. You gotta make it happen. I promise you. You can't wait. You can't wait for it. Let me close with this and I'm gonna close. Everybody sees how I dress. They see this tie and things of that nature. I ain't wait for it. Every day when I used to wear nothing but jeans, right? I wore nothing but jeans, tennis, so on and so forth, right? And what I did was I wanted to change so bad that I would rip out the Sunday paper. When I was younger, the Sunday paper used to have thick inserts, and they used to have JCPenney's and Sears. And I said, this is how I want to dress. And I was willing to do anything to get to that. And so what did I start to do? I started to go to the Goodwill and start buying stuff. Do you know where this tie? This tie is really slick, right? You like that? This tie was $3.90 at the Goodwill. The habit still continued, but the look is better. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? The habits, thank you, Lord, the habits still continue, but the demonstration is better. And I'm saying to you, if you're going to get to your goals, your habits will produce the look that you want, the success that you want, the goals that you want. You have to create habits. And how do I create habits? By being consistent. And what does consistency do? It breaks the habit. It breaks anything that's in its way. So, but Cook, what are you saying? You say, but Cook, what if I got certain people in my ear that I can't get rid of? What if I have all of these people that's trying to bring me down? What if I got all of this stuff that's going on in my mind? How do I handle that? You really want to know? How do you handle that? You have to stop letting your heart pump Kool-Aid and start pumping the anointed blood that God gave you. You really want to know how you get rid of all of that out of your mind? You really want to know? You have to begin to be determined. Enough is enough. You remember when Celie in The Color Purple, when he was beating her brains out? That stopped. You remember that? You have to be determined. And don't be like me. And I promise you, and I'm closing with this. Don't be like me. Don't be where you get hurt so much that it forces you to start telling people or pushing people away, the wrong people. I'm trying to tell you, don't be like me. Let me be your example. Because sometimes what's hurting you is what you like or what you allow. And don't be like me to get so hurt, so beat upon mentally and emotionally that it turned me. You want to, it's the act of discipline and the act of desire. The desire says, I'm going to tolerate it. Even though it's hurting me, I'm going to go ahead and tolerate this thing. But yet I'm continually hurting. The act of discipline says, I'm going to go ahead and discipline myself and know that I have a voice and recognize that I have authority. And that's what I'm going to operate in, regardless of who comes and who stays in my life and who goes. Don't be like me, that I had to get pushed into showing my character. Begin to show your character now so that you won't suffer and be stressed out about every little thing that's happening to you. Start being determined that my resolution, my resolve, and my determination of my goals starts now. I'm not waiting for it. I'm not waiting for January the 1st to come. I'm starting now. I'm taking the bull by the horns. Because my destination is calling me. Everything that God promised me is calling me. Everything God has for me is calling me. And I want it now. I don't want to have to wait for it. God has already made provision for me. He's already put blessings in my space. He's already ordered my steps. I have to start stepping in it now. I'm not going to wait until January the 1st to start stepping in it. I'm taking advantage of it now. I'm changing who I am. I'm not who I am. I'm changing my ways. I'm being more determined. I'm being more focused. I'm removing the people who's sucking up the space in my life. I'm determined now. I'm going places. I'm climbing mountains. I'm going to achieve the unachievable. I'm going to do the impossible. I am determined now. Nobody can stop me. I'm moving forward. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. That's it. That settles it. I'm done. I am determined now. Get focused. And I promise you, everything that you ever imagine is at your feet. The footsteps, the footprints are already there. Begin to step in it and begin to know the time is yours. The choice is now. Be determined. To be determined. To be determined. That everything and every mistake that I messed up, I'm letting it stay in 2016. I'm starting from this point. I'm not starting over, but I'm going from this point. And I'm going to go so hard, did you hear me, that I'm going to make all my haters mad. I'm going to go so hard that a Happy Meal is going to be mad at me because I'm going so hard in the paint. I love you. God bless you. Holla at your boy.